Not only for me, but for a lot of you. 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Everybody's having a good weekend, ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow. I am here to do a flip through this giant botanical book that is finally finished. I always like to wait a minute to see if somebody types, so I know this thing's on. I put a white background down that seems to be helping with the good morning, Christina. How are you? If you guys were over at Rosemary's last night, we flipped through these together. This is a project that Rosemary and I worked on together. But I thought, well, if some of you missed it, I shall show it on my channel today. What's Christina doing today? Are you crafting, I hope? It's supposed to get really windy here this afternoon, I guess. It's cloudy. It's not too cold, so that's good. Oh, cool. Thanks. Yes, they were. I think we can definitely say we have a love-hate relationship with these things. Uh, Hi, Salt Life Gypsy. Are you new or is it a name change? Oh, thanks. Did you see him last night? Yeah. Uh-oh, I saw a little buffer. Good morning, Pam. Woo. Morning. Oh no. YouTube. Oh, there. I'm back. Hi, Anita. Well, that's bizarre. What time is it where Anita is? Oh, well, I'm glad that you typed in and said hello. It's nice to meet you. That's me too. I'm usually observer lurker while I'm working. Good morning, Carla. How are you? Yes, I thought this guy deserved a flip through on my channel as well. Like I said, we showed him at Rosemary's last night. Good morning, Dar. Thank you. Did you see him last night? So, what started this project was this book right here, which you can buy on Amazon. It's called The Explorer's Botanical Notebook. Oh, you're welcome. We make ourselves laugh. Trust me. We laugh at ourselves all day long. This is an amazing book. If you just go to Amazon and type in Explorer's Botanical Notebook, you will find it. Susan is the one that showed me this book, and I got it. And I showed it on a stream, and Rosemary said, well, I have that book. So I messaged her and said, good morning, Amy. I said, Rosemary, we can make this, right? So we've been talking about it for months and months, and we finally did it. Good morning, Elaine. So if you want this book, and they're big, they are 8 3/4 wide by 13.5 inches tall, and mine almost pretty near scale actually. All right, whoopsie, cracked a winch. All right, I'll show you guys this stuff after we go through the beast. Good morning, Jen. Cheryl, I sent you a bunch of emails. Did you get them? Let me see. I don't see a reply. Please check your email. Did I say hi to Elaine? I think I did. I gotta, hang on. I gotta handle some business with Cheryl real quick. Cheryl, have you seen the videos I've done about the problem with my media mail? And your media mail is at your post office. They say they left you a notice. All right. If they left you a notice for extra postage, do not pay it. Go to the window, have them open the package, show them that it's books. They will say, yes, it's books. We're sorry. And they'll hand you your package at no charge. I know, Amy. It's all good. I won't. I'm just playing. Good morning, Jean. Is it Jean? Oh, Jeannie. Sorry. It's early here. It's early everywhere. Okay, so shall we? Shall we? For those of you who haven't seen this beast. So first of all, behind the cage, as we call it, are real plants and flowers. Oh, check the email. I sent you a photo of the tracking and where they say it's at and what's happening with yours, Cheryl. All right. So I had these itty bitty roses, which I thought went perfect. There's some little tiny labels. There's back here, there's a label out of the book. I know it's hard to see, but again, all kinds of plants and flowers and whatnot. The spine, we're going to have to do this in stages. It's this gorgeous bird fabric. It's a 3-inch spine, and overall, this thing measures just a little over, it's pronounced Jean. Okay, thank you. 4 inches from here to here. All right. And then there's another little label here. And on the corners of the cage, you can see I put the fancy schmancy little metal pieces. And this book is made out of old ledger covers, which was quite a challenge. If I make any more of these, I will make them from scratch with masonite board, because it was very hard to do this and have to size everything to something already made. So there's that. So there's the back, and it's a ledger cover. All right, and then everything is glued down. Whoops, except that one. Apparently, we'll have to do a repair job later. I'll show you how that's done. It's quite comical. And then I just made a little tag with the definition of botanist, and there's some labels and real bits on the back with this fun key. And I tried to make the same knot as they had on the book. And yes, I had to have my husband show me how to tie this knot. Not gonna lie. And it just slips open like that, and ta-da. So you open it, and here's, I'll show you guys the edges. And we made these all from scratch. This is basswood, not balsa. This is basswood. Balsa wood was too soft. Every time we tried to put the tacks in, it would split. So then the inside cover is the front cover of the ledger that's on the back of this. And that was a little bit of a challenge to wrap my head around. I had to put it on the inside and backwards to make it right. So there's that. Then in here, I'll show you the grungy inside of the spine. And this guy is just tied in with some twine. So you can either leave it in and use it, or untie it, Didn't you buy a Keisha drill? No, I don't know about a Keisha drill. I don't need no stinking drill. I got a hammer. So then you can just lift it out. And this is some gorgeous fabric that I just got at Hobby Lobby, which I absolutely love. Gave it a black spine. And then I put the Great Botanical Expedition label on the front. Oh, tiny, tiny. Okay, I might have to look into that. And here's what it looks like from the top and the side. And this is full of a little bit of everything. I used several. Let me zoom in just a tiny bit for you guys. There we go. I used several of these Tim Holtz die cuts for tucking in labels, and I made a bunch of these little specimen folders. And there's a little slit right here, so you can put bits in. I did get an origami lesson from Rosemary for this. Come on, go back. And then I've just, all the extra labels and things I didn't use, I tucked in. I made this beautiful little slide with real flowers and plants, stuck that down. And when we get to the box in the back, there's a whole bunch of these already cut, square already punched, ready to go to make new ones. I know, I love that die. Then I did take some of the pages out of the book, no pun intended. And what I did was I just stitched on either side and then made a pocket on tea stain paper. And there's just all kinds of extra ephemera and things to collage with, and labels and all the things you need to make all of your botany dreams come true. There's another one of the little pouches. There's lots of Rosemary's eco-dyed paper. This is a little piece of tissue with some real dried plants and flowers under it. And this one I did put a little flower in. And then, just tons of botany labels and pockets and tucks. And there's a little bit of sewing in here, not a whole lot. This page, I just folded to make a pocket. And there's a bunch of bits in there. This is one of those layered tags I made, and it's got real flowers and leaves on it. What's this? Oh, there's a specimen tag hanging there. And these were kind of fun. I've had these forever. They're these little envelopes. It opens, got a little sticky on it, but the whole back was sticky, so it sticks down clear. So I used those. Some more rosemary paper. And just some more, the extra specimen tags. Lots of labels. There's another one of the Tim Holtz dies with just all kinds of tabs and tags and specimen labels. This is one of Rosemary's eco-dyed folders that I made a pocket out of. Excuse me, there's an envelope with some more labels in it. This I saw a gal, and I can't remember who. She took a piece of paper, Mod Podged down the plants and flowers, and then Mod Podged just a napkin over it. Mine did not come out as clear as hers, but it still looks okay. It's okay. More and more. Let's see what I put in this guy. Oh, yep, there's a little plant in there. And in the back, in the box, there's a little roll of a bunch of these little tea-dyed wax papers as well. Got awful quiet. Are you guys still here? Nobody's typing. There's some extra tea-dyed vellum and watercolor eco-dyed paper in this pocket. Oh, thanks, Elaine. This is one of my postcards with the real flowers in it. It was really interesting. Rosemary and I, thanks to me, Rosemary and I worked on these together. Over 60 hours it took us. And, I get up early, she stays up late. So she would work on hers in the evening. I would work on mine in the morning. And then midday we would meet up. And it was fun to see, the different things we both did with the same thing we're working on. And then midday we'd work on it together. Thanks, Cheryl. So it was really interesting, and we both have our own style. So I like hers better than mine. But it was absolutely a blast to do. And there's a little little bitty bit in there. And this was the only page that I did put some real stuff on. I just wanted to do an example page. There's another one of the clear envelopes with flowers and plants. And another pocket with some botanical tags. These are from the old design shop. These are new. So if you guys go to the old design shop on Etsy, you can find those. There's another little specimen envelope. There's a little pocket with a bit in it. This is just a little clipped-on botanical printout. Some more eco dyed. I just embossed this craft envelope and then rubbed vintage photo over it, and there's some more labels in there. I know, right, Amy? It's exactly it. A bunch more labels. These say private collection. These say Earth Science Department, Oxford University, with all the little things to fill in. Hello, Lovely's Crafting Lodge. How are you? Some more of Rosemary's paper. Some more of those botanical tags in the pocket. And of course, there's vintage tape everywhere. Must have vintage tape. I need to look in this envelope because I can't remember what I put in it. So I just did a little collaging on the front and then put one of the little specimen envelopes. And then inside is some, there you go, some sticks. So, something dead from my backyard. Did I show how I bound it? Well, I'll go back to the beginning in a second and show you. This one's empty, ready to be filled. Another one of Rosemary's eco-dyed folders that I made into a pocket. And this one's got an envelope with some tea-dyed, I think Erin did these, some tea-dyed botanical pages. So that's what's in that envelope. In the back of this one, there's another Timmy die cut with more of the specimen labels and tags. And yet another one of the clear envelopes. So you could open this up and take these out and use them on your page or add more to it, you know. This pocket is some really grungy coffee stained paper for making more envelopes. This was just an offcut of one of the labels out of the book and an empty envelope. Another one of the little specimen folders and a label. And this, I know there's not a lot of color in here, but I had a little problem when I was putting together the little plastic envelopes. You know, the entire back was sticky, and I got one already, and I closed it, and I was getting ready, and I was going to put it at the top of this page, and it slipped out of my hand and landed right there, and there is no moving it. So we just made it a little surprise under this flip. Yes. Happy accidents, right? And there's a little glassine with a specimen envelope and some flowers and leaves. There's another one of the little specimen cards. And the last page, and it's got this gorgeous, I don't think I made this. Pam, did you make this? Where did this come from? Anyway, I've made them, but I don't think I did this one. All right, so there's the back of that one. So when you say bound, what do you mean? Because this guy just sits in here like so. And then the twine wraps around. You close it up. Spin it around. And then just tie a bow or a knot or whatever you want it to be right up here. And that just kind of keeps it in place. All right. And then, let's see, let me get back in frame. And it just flips over like that. And then we have the box. Now, I had initially you made this with pages out of the book. This was going to be the lid, but this was a ledger cover, and I don't know if you guys can really see, there's some bumps in it. You guys probably can't even tell. But so I wasn't happy with it. So when I do decide to sell this, this is just going to come with it, and it's going to be a writing board with the big skeleton clip. Your pages are big, not folded in half. Yeah, they're folded in half. Most of these are 11 by 17 paper, with the exception of like this. These are 11 by 17. They are folded in half. Some of them were smaller pages, like, let's see, like this right here. I'm not sure why that one got cut like that, but anywho, it did. Thank you. All right, so the box. And the box does have, let's see, the same corners on it. And again, the back is the back of that ledger. And I wasn't digging the fabric, so I put this trim on there. So anywho. Oh, you're new? Okay. And here's the inside. And this was another page from this same kit that I got. And this is the elastic. And I was going to cut that loop off, but I thought, look, that's a perfect place to hang that little botanical slide. Hi, Tamar. And then when we go into the box, there is 1, 2, 3 more books. So we'll get to the books in a minute. Let me show you let me take everything out and I'll put it back in. This was kind of fun. This was, I want to say, another happy accident. So what I did on the bottom was I put a very grungy piece of coffee dyed paper, and then I stenciled the ferns in, and then Mod Podged over it, so they're sealed. I was really happy with the way that turned out. So inside is just one of my business cards, one of my pens, a couple of pre-made little specimen folders, and there are bits in these. I'm not going to open them. There's an envelope with a whole bunch of different little labels. Here's the envelope that has a bunch of flowers and leaves printed on vellum. And then I cut out and punched out the slides so they're all ready to go. So you can either fill them with these or get some real flowers, right? So I did a good bit of that. I included some vintage tape, and then also a good size piece, it's on wax paper, of the white gapper tape. It's like giant medical tape is what it really is. So that's in there. Here's the roll up of the tea stained wax squares. I just had to put this vintage monocle in there. And there's some more labels. And then there's this little bitty guy. I think this was a Tim Holtz thing, wasn't it? And so in this side, there's just a bunch of labels, a tag, an envelope, real flowers on here. And then, let's see if I can undo it. Inside is just filled with a whole bunch more little labels. So there's that. So that goes in there. This is one of my digis that I already had, and I just came across it while I was digging through a pile. So I thought, well, let me just quickly make that into, it's just a blank notebook. There's one label in the front, one sticker in the back, and then I use some of the tiny labels inside. So that's in there. And then when I was digging through my covers, I found this old cover, and I thought it's soft, I thought that would be fun. I had printed out 2 of those. So it's the same label that's on the front of this book. I put one on the back of this book. And here's the inside of this one. So there's an embossed craft envelope that's got, there's a mini ledger cover so you can make a tiny notebook, some more slides, some labels. Of course, some more of Rosemary's eco-dyed paper. I did do a little bit of fussy cutting. And this is I don't know what kind of paper this is. It feels like watercolor, but that's stained. There's a pocket because I don't do a lot of pink. And I had this, I included this entire unopened pack of flowers to play with. And that's another page out of the book. This is one of my botanical DVDs in my shop. Another label. Another Timmy die cut with more labels and specimen cards and whatnot. Yeah, coffee table book. That's a good idea, Pam. There's a little botanical envelope. There's nothing in that one, I don't think. The other side of that digi. There are a couple empty glassine envelopes. And then this one's got some labels in it. And the same lady that was doing the deal with the napkin, she was doing this on burlap. So you put Mod Podge on the burlap first, then you lay down your plants or flowers, and then put a napkin, just a white napkin over it, and Mod Podge. This one turned out much better. Good morning, Kimberly. Looks like your package might deliver today. I checked it. Right, yeah, Pam, exactly. Then there's a label up there, just another little label down here. Here's the back, and there's the other one that I tried with the napkin. It turned out so-so, but I put it in here. So there it is in all its glory. And if you go over to Rosemary Morris's channel, the Rusty Peacock, Rosemary Morris, you can see us both flip through them. You can see hers. And the title of her video, I about fell out of my chair. The title of her video is 60 Hours Later. Which I thought was a perfect title, because I think we did lose track at hour 60 of how long it took us. And it's fun to see, the difference between what, her style, my style. So pretty cool. Thanks, Anita. Yeah. And so then that ties back like that. And it's going to have, I need to zoom back out. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. And it's going to have a writing board. And then I didn't do a great job. I have one of these giant envelopes. Hi, Tammy. And so I was collaging with the extra pieces I had. And then I filled it up with a bunch of the extra things that I didn't use. So there's some little printouts. There's a bunch of squares of tea stain and deli paper for making the little envelopes. I had printed out 3 of the botanist definitions and on the sticker paper. So that's all that is I printed it on the sticker paper and then put it on a piece of coffee stain cardstock and grunged it up. So those are in there. Here's some herbs and spices stickers, and then just a bunch of, oh, thanks, bunch of the extra labels and specimen whatnots that I didn't use. There's another one of the labels that's on the cover and some blanks. So just all kinds of good fun things to use in here. And so I'm not quite sure at what point. I don't know if I'm going to put this in the Etsy shop. I'm not, because the price on this is probably going to scare most of you away, and I absolutely get that. I did go on Etsy this morning and I did some searches for like giant botanical junk journal and to see what I could find. And I found one that was $450 that wasn't even the size of the book that's inside of here. So I might not feel so, I guess I'm a little intimidated to put this up at the price that I think I need to sell it for. Good morning, Artful Dabbler. Thank you. So yes, but it was a fun project. I'm glad it's done. I probably will do more in the future, but the difference will be I will make it from scratch instead of using, like this one where we used like old ledgers. Under here is an old ledger that I covered with fabric. Do it and see what happens, Pam. Okay, I'll do it and see what happens. Give me an hour and I'll put it in there. If any of you are interested, email me. I don't know if I'm ready to put it in the Etsy shop today, but if one of you are interested, send me an email. My email is in the description box below, junkjournalshop@yahoo.com, and we can talk about, what I think I need to get for this. I'm not ready, I don't think, to say publicly. It's kind of scary. But anyway, I may in the future make this again, except I will make it from scratch so that I don't have to. It took a lot of time to try and find things to fit this because the size was already determined for us, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, watch this. So if you want to take out or add things, and everything's glued or taped down in here, it's like a fun game of operation. There's little bits of glue. They look like spider webs. So I think I'm just going to put this guy right here. I did put 95% of the things in before I glued the lid down. But when something falls out or you want to add something, just take some glue and your tweezers and hold it down for a minute and chat with your friends, and it'll dry right there. All right, is Cheryl still here? Cheryl, did you get my email? Okay, dry. All right, and one other thing, since I'm just sitting here and you guys are here, like I needed more things to put in here, but I found these this morning, and they're little field records, and they're grungy, so I thought I needed some. Who's leaving? The prototype is labor intensive. Oh, hi, Peggy Pitty. Peggy, did you get my message? Your package is one of the ones that got returned to sender. So it should be at my post office on Monday. Please go watch my last 2 videos about the postal problems I've been having with the last batch of media mail. But Monday I will send it right back to you. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, a couple of them, I'm not going to get on a postage thing, but let's see, how am I going to do this? That was a terrible idea. A couple of them did get marked return to sender. So if you have any questions or concerns or need help with your media mail from my last sale, please reach out to me. Currently battling the post office. Well, that didn't work either. Darn it. I'm doing it wrong. Hi, Devin. If you didn't see Rosemary's video from last night, you can go watch over there where we both flipped through these, or you can rewind now, because right now I'm just attempting to tear paper, so nothing exciting is happening right now. Good morning, Lori. Are you at work in the closet or are you home? This is harder than it looks. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I have this silly thing that I mounted to. Just woke up. It's early for you. I have this silly little thing that my husband mounted to a piece of wood for me so I could actually use it. Don't buy this decal trimmer, you guys. Do not. It's not worth it. It's really not. Okay, good. Oh, doesn't Lori make beautiful things? I know she does. What did you get, Pam? Send me a picture. I want to see. Okay, this is much easier. So yes, I will be tucking a bunch of these in here. Why not, right? Why not? Because it needs more. There's not enough in it. Oops, hold please. Oh, Pam, you got that one. It's stunning. You lucky lady, you. I like it. Did I miss anybody coming in? Okay, I don't think so. So anyway, so yeah, so I need to actually get off of here in a minute. I need to go get some groceries. We've got some company coming for the weekend. Not taking the weekend off. Well, partially taking the weekend off anyway. Before Monday rolls around and the postal saga continues. Yeah. Yes, Lori. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. All right. Does anybody else have anything? Anything going on your channels or your Etsy shops or your Facebooks? Anything we need to know about? I don't know what I'm going to work on next week. I keep saying I've got some stuff ready for a de-stash. One thing I did forget to mention is I am selling my Cricut Maker with tons of supplies and attachments. So if there's anybody interested in that, you can shoot me an email. So yes, I might be ready for a small sale soon and a little de-stash. The last time I cleaned my room, I came out with 4 boxes of de-stash stuff. Can you show the decor up close? What decor, Lori? Explain it to me, sister. Tammy. You could start my 2022 bird journal. Well, Pam, I had a thought on that actually, now that you mention it. I had a thought on doing something like this, but our normal size with birdies in there. The actual the trim of the decal or the decal. Don't buy this, Lori. Do not waste your money. It's not great. Anyway, so I was thinking about doing something like this for your 2022, Pam, but not, this ginormous. Not that big. Yes. How many birds have you recorded? Wouldn't it be fun? Because we could put your birding journal here, and then we could put all kinds of, you know, things. You could store your photos back here if you wanted to. That would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Hang on, let me check my. Okay, Cheryl, I got your email. I will answer you as soon as I get done here. Okay. Don't buy it, Lori. Don't. Just go. Who was it? Was it in January? There were 19 species, and oh, we're already up to 19 for this month, and it's only the 6th. How many pages did? How many lines did I give you? Pam, send me an email and ask me for that sheet with the lines and numbers on it. I'll send it to you. You can print it out. I'll make it a little bit smaller so you can print it out and tip in an extra page. Okay, because you're gonna feel you're. No, it's not okay. Just it'll take me 2 seconds to send it to you. I'm not. You gotta have room for all the birds. But I don't remember if it was. It might have been Kathy Berg or Colleen week or so ago that gave a link to an Etsy shop. It's not this metal one. This is a retired Stampin' Up one that Peggy Pocket sent me. But they have plastic ones that do just as good of a job. And I believe it's an Etsy shop. Wasn't it? I know. It was. It turned out really good, Anita. I was so happy with it. For sure. Okay, guys. Well, I've been yammering for 45 minutes. I think that's plenty. Um, I will see you guys next week. And who knows, I may have a pop-up D-stash something if I get my ducks all in a row. Otherwise, I know there's a few sales this weekend, so you guys enjoy those. Everybody enjoy the Super Bowl. I will be sitting in my easy chair all day tomorrow we have some Alaska friends that are here to visit, so that'll be fun. Yeah, watch back to the beginning, Devin, and go over to Rosemary's because Rosemary and I made these together. And we both showed them on her channel last night. The title of the video is 60 Hours Later. I love it. I love the title. Oh, goodness. Devin, why don't you, if you want to copy and paste the link right now, because as soon as I end the stream, it'll take a little bit to upload. But if you copy that link right now, it'll still work. And again, if anybody has questions about their shipments, please reach out to me. I think I've tried to email everyone, but I could have missed one of you. So, yes. Okay, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all next week. Be safe and have a good Super Bowl. Bye, guys.